Hello, I'm Melissa, and this is Behind the Trend. Short stories, big insights. I want to take a moment with you tonight because something important is happening in Minneapolis, and I don't think we fully understand yet how much it matters. When historians look back at moments when a country begins to shift, they don't usually start with speeches. They look at places, they look at patterns, they look at moments when people feel pushed too far. There's a strong chance that Minneapolis will be one of those places. The people there are tired, they are grieving, and many feel like they are being tested again. This past weekend, it happened again. Another killing. Another person who was not attacking anyone. Another life lost during a federal operation. His name was Alex Pretti. Alex was 37 years old. He was an ICU nurse. He worked at the Minneapolis VA hospital, caring for American veterans at their most fragile moments. That was his life. That was his purpose. And now, his city is in mourning. The administration in Washington is asking the public to accept a version of events that clashes with what many people believe they can see for themselves. So let's slow this down and look carefully at what we know. There is video. Pause. It shows Alex Pretti stepping in when a woman nearby is pepper sprayed by a federal agent. Alex places himself between her and the agent. He is sprayed as well. He doesn't strike anyone. He doesn't rush anyone. He appears to be trying to protect someone else. In the confusion, he is tackled. He is restrained. And then he is shot. Not once, but multiple times. Alex Pretti was legally carrying a firearm. He had a permit. But in the video, there is no clear moment where he draws that weapon. No moment where he aims it. No moment where he threatens anyone with it. That is where the dispute begins. Despite the video, the government's response was immediate and severe. The Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, publicly described Alex Pretti as a domestic terrorist. Pause on that for a moment. An ICU nurse, a man who cared for veterans, labeled a terrorist. The government argues that the presence of a firearm alone justified the shooting, that Alex came with the intent to cause harm. But many people see a contradiction. This same administration has pardoned individuals who assaulted police officers during the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. So the question becomes unavoidable. How does someone who never drew his weapon become an imminent threat, while others who violently attacked officers are forgiven? That question isn't coming only from protesters. It's coming from law enforcement. Several experienced officers have said they do not understand the justification for this shooting. And notably, so has the Minneapolis police chief. Brian O'Hara said Alex Pretti was a city resident, that he was exercising his First Amendment right to record police activity, and his Second Amendment right to legally carry a firearm. Chief O'Hara said he has seen no evidence, none, that the weapon was ever brandished. Then there is the family. Alex's parents released a statement that is devastating in its simplicity. They said they are heartbroken and angry. They described their son as gentle, as kind, as someone who lived to help others. They called the government's description of him sickening lies, and they asked for one thing. They asked for the truth about their son to be told. That plea is echoing across Minneapolis. This didn't happen in isolation. Just 17 days earlier, the community was mourning another shooting, the death of Renee Good. So when word spread about Alex Pretti, people didn't stay home. They went outside, in sub-zero temperatures, cold enough to cause frostbite in minutes. Thousands gathered, not to provoke, but to bear witness. One of them was Greg Ketter. Greg is 70 years old. Standing in the cold, he said, "I'm ashamed. This is not my America." He said this doesn't feel like politics. It's our neighbors, he said. It's our friends. Minnesota is now fighting back in court, trying to halt ICE deployments. At the same time, The federal government is demanding voter rolls and an end to sanctuary policies. A judge has questioned whether those demands amount to coercion. So the battle is happening in courtrooms. But on the streets, it's simpler than that. It's about survival, about dignity, about whether people feel protected or targeted. Alex Pretti's parents asked for the truth, and that's what we'll keep following. I'm Melissa. This is Behind the Trend. Short stories, big insights. Thank you for staying with this story.